Did his name ever come up in your case or anything?
Nah. But it also came up that I had a gang of New York guys with me. You get what I'm saying? So if I had a gang of New York guys with me and I'm the only one here, like, well, where the hell is the gang at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only one here. Like, nah, this shit ain't gonna work, bro. You know? So, man, oh man. Like, that is a life-changing experience, man. Nobody wants to be dealing with that ever again, man. And that's what I keep reiterating to these young boys, man. Like, it's just plain and simple, bro. If you cannot do the time, just don't even play in the game. I don't care if, so what, you ain't in the field. You still in the dugout, you on the team, you going down. You get what I'm saying? It don't matter if you in the dugout and you wasn't playing. It's just bad now, man, you know? It's bad, and I try to keep reiterating that there's so many other ways to get money. And, you know, not to switch tempo of this, and it's like, I see these dudes out here committing crimes to get stressed out behind Christmas and trying to get money for kids, and like this shit is all backwards. I'm looking at you trying to pick up a gun to go do a robbery to get Christmas gifts because your ego is too strong to stand out on a line where they giving out free toys. Help me make sense of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't make sense of this generation. You know, so, you know, like I said,
I hear you, man.
it's bigger shit going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And for me to be worried about gunner trial and they millionaires, we got way bigger shit to worry about. Them dudes are millionaires. If they don't know what their money could buy, then
I hear you, man. So Jay-Z drops Reasonable Doubt, man. Are you in jail at this time or are you free?
I'm on the streets free.
You're on the streets free, and he drops Reasonable Doubt, man. And at this point, you guys haven't talked for a few years?
Yeah, you know, we was talking, but you know, we wasn't connected, but we was talking because Reasonable Doubt like took my numbers, it took my street cred all the way up. Get what I'm saying? Cause, you know, now the streets are like, yo, you hear his little brother, that's his little brother, that's his little brother. They already know. You know what I'm saying? He talking about, yo, my man got his shot, his side sprayed up. He talking about my man introduced him to the game. He spitting it, he telling it. He telling it, and I'm living my best life off of that shit too. He telling it. He made niggas step their game up. He made a lot of people step their game up. So yeah, we wasn't attached like, you know, brotherly love, but shit, you know, that shit took off for me, for the both of us.
So in what ways did it help you?
By him saying my name and all of that stuff on there, by him speaking about Trenton and everybody knowing that our attachment, you know what I mean? That helped out everything. You know, me just saying around, yo, my brother album out. And they're like, yo, your brother on the radio, your brother on the radio. You know, like, you know, that's what's crazy because the people that he was around back then, looking at him now like, yo, they just like, wow. They tell me so many times like, yo, I be trying to tell people I knew Jay and he was in my house at one time in Trenton, and these people be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, I'm like, nah, you ain't have God in your house. Like, nigga, like, they be like, people think I'm crazy. And I'm like, I understand, man. I understand. I mean, I don't hurt. It ain't too much I ain't hear. You know, if I can sit in prison and hear two guys arguing about them, about, yo, yeah, Jay was that guy, and this and that and the third, and I'm sitting right next to him, and none of them know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You're like, this shit is crazy, yo.
So wait. Hey, take me through that, man. What happened? You were in jail?
Nah, I said, there's plenty of times that I've been in the jail and I can hear two people arguing about Jay's situation. Like, yeah, he really did that, son. He really did that. And then you hear somebody else and be like, nah, it was his man. I forgot his man name, but they say it was his man. And you be sitting there like, oh, this shit is crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? But then again, it was times I was locked up where, like, that wasn't something I paraded my name in. Like, Jay, I'm affiliated with him. But it was times I was locked up and people knew me that was in that jail that be like, yo, that's Jay brother. Shit, right? And then somebody would come to me and be like, yo, my man, like, yo, son, somebody said, yo, that's your brother? And they're like, yeah. They'd be like, oh shit, so you know, they listen to the music, they be like, oh, so you Dehaven? And then one thing lead to another, but, you know, and that shit has opened up doors. You know what I'm saying, too? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit has opened up doors, like, you know what I mean? So.
What are some of the more notable lines from Reasonable Doubt that are about you?
I don't know, Spanish Jose, East Trenton groomed us. If one falls, we'll be each other crutches. My man got his side sprayed up, Spanish Jose, all, man, you know, countless songs. You know, countless songs. You know, Reasonable Doubt was just our lives, man. But I say, without that happening, he wouldn't have had no Reasonable Doubt. Without him running with me from Marcy to Trenton to Maryland, he would have never been able to have a story for Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? So when I try to explain that to people, and I say, yo, if you read Decoded in his book, he sit here, he tell you, he say, yo, once I found my voice and I knew how to rap, all I needed was a story to tell. And what other story to tell other than, damn, I'm gonna tell our story, you know? We tell hey, what went on in our lives and what we did. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made it so epic.
Now, when Jay-Z is doing all this writing and, you know what I'm saying, you know, scribbling on notepads and everything, man, who were some of the rappers that, like, he really looked up to at the time that you guys were listening to?
We was listening to Rakim, Kane. We wasn't KRS, Jay wasn't a KRS-One type of guy.
What about Cool G Rap?
Nah.
What about Kid and Boy?
Nas. Jazzo. You know, because it was something about Jazzo that made the light go off in Jay's head, like to make him be like, I'm gonna be like that and better. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like that and better. And with a guy like Jazzo like, okay, I'm gonna teach you and I'm gonna teach you the business side of this. And that's what Jay got from Jazzo. And then on top of his work ethic and writing and more, this and that, he ended up that way. Like about time Dame came, Jay had some form of business about him. Because he still had Jazzo next to him. That's that whole shit. How I looked at it, like, that's why when he say Jazzo is the mentor, Jazzo is the mentor. And then Kane. And then he got around Kane and said, "Oh, okay, Kane gonna give me some shine, and I must get a little bit of Kane flow too, right? And twist my little twist to it with my voice, and Kane gave him the light and opened up, and next you know, Kane was having shows, but them motherfuckers was like, yo, Kane was, yeah, did you go to Kane's show? Like, yeah, but did you see that nigga Jay? Jay was blowing Kane's shit out the water. But hey, Kane enjoyed that shit. Like, Kane looked at it like, shit, I ain't gotta do all the work. Kane ain't look at it like, hey, I need to put this on my shit right now before something happens. You know what I'm saying? And after,
so you were around during the time when he was with Big Daddy Kane and hanging around him and everything.
Bro, I was getting so much money. That shit was so much boring to me, man. I used to be sitting around Kane. He like, yo, we going to Kane house. And I'm sitting in Kane house and I'm like, what? I'm gonna sit here and watch this nigga get his hair braided? Man, I'm getting the fucking back. Like, first of all, I got way more cake than Kane. Let's make that clear. So why am I gonna be sitting here watching him get his hair braided? Hell no, man, that ain't gonna work. Nah, bro. But yeah, I was around, man. I was around for that shit, man.
Because didn't Big Daddy Kane give Jay-Z a feature early on, or had Jay-Z on one of his songs really early?
I don't know if it was a feature. Oh, wait a minute. What was Jay doing at them shows? Yeah, it must have. Yeah, they might have had a feature. I don't know, bro. I don't know what Jay was opening them shows with. Him and Kane had to have something. You're right. I don't know what they had. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig into some information on that one. We might find some old. Kane would have been sold. Put that back out. Kane would have been put that back out. He'd have found one of them old demos. Like, oh, wait a minute. Shit. Damn, man. Yeah, we've been.
So Jay-Z's opening up for Big Daddy Kane. How many times do you think he opened up for him?
Man, I don't know. Kane took him out on a tour. Man. See, I ain't follow none of that because none of that was not attractive. Like I said, I was getting too much money when them boys was running around doing that. Like, yeah, Kane took him out. Jay would be like, yo, I'm out. Going to Cincy. Jay was hitting cities way before, yo, I'm gonna be here. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna be here. Counting money while you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all right, cool. You come back home, we go get fly. And that shit just started growing, man. Like, Once my bitches start going, where your brother at? What? Yeah, he ripped the show last night. I'm like, oh, word? Yeah, okay. Yo, where your brother? I heard him on the radio. Word? Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, I can't say we had a great time, man. You know, shit was great, man, in the beginning, man. Shit was gravy. I
Damn.
guess it's growth. You know, everybody started to grow up and, you know, take different directions, and then some people just go into a whole nother fucking situation, man. I don't know what that should have been about.
What's up? This is Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Capone News.